would you say are common points of failure during a home inspection?
Common points of failure, we see improper venting of exhaust fans a lot. They're not vented to the exterior. There's some mold growing in the attic. Customers aren't up there all the time, maybe only to get Christmas items out, that type of stuff. Wobbly toilets, valves that have been corroded that won't work, and half the time the homeowner doesn't know what those valves even go to or why they need them.
What are some of the things that every homeowner should know about their plumbing system? That's obviously a big issue for a lot of homeowners with inspections.
Well, the main thing is where their main valve is located and how it actually works. You do need proper working shutoffs. Again, that's something that we check on our semi-annual inspections out at the house, make sure everything is working correctly. And but the main valve, if you have to stop the bleeding in the middle of the night and there's a leak through the ceiling, you need to know where your main valve is and that it actually works.
What are some of the things that homeowners don't necessarily see coming? You guys touched on a few of these earlier, but let's sort of rattle through those.
I'll defer that question to Dave. You see that a lot more.
Yeah, one of the main things I see, coming from a heating and air conditioning background, is cracked heat exchangers on the furnace. That can be extremely hazardous. It's a carbon monoxide risk, but before it gets to that level, a professional can take a look and say, okay, we see some corrosion here. This is a potential hazard in the future. And a lot of times, the next person that comes in and takes a look at that heat exchanger is going to be the other realtor's building inspector.
Yeah, their home inspector. Yeah.
And then you're in a situation where you need to replace a furnace, and in combination with all the other things you're doing to prepare for a move and find a new home. So you're really left blindsided by a bill that could be thousands of dollars to replace a furnace, and then you're left with very limited options because you're constrained for time as well at that point. In our region, a lot of the electrical systems come from the street as opposed to underground. It's an aerial electrical service. There's a wire that runs down the side of your home, and that's called the service utility cable. The sun beats down on that for years and years, and it corrodes whatever insulation's holding on to the outside of that wire and protecting it. At that point, just like a candle wick, the water will get in there and it'll suck it right down into your electrical panel, corroding your bus bars. That's where the breakers sit into. And they'll create hazardous conditions, not only for you, but also for your electronics, for your appliances, and anything else that might be plugged into those circuits.
You